Do you guys ever watch those makeup influencers and think, I wish I could do that? I'm always trying to do a perfect contour or a cat eye. But the truth of the matter is, I just use my same old things that I love. And in this case, it is Thrive Cosmetics. And the two things I love the most are their Liquid Lash Extensions mascara and the Buildable Blur concealer. You guys, these two things, I put them on every single day in addition to some eyeliner, and that's it. I call it a day. I'm not going to be able to be like a makeup influencer, but I can look good in the few items that I love. And you know that Thrive Cosmetics makes certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free products you can depend on for daily wear to show stopping self-expression, which sometimes you got to pile that mascara on a little thicker, you know? Let me tell you about the mascara. They have over 40,000 five-star reviews. It lasts all day. And to take it off, you just warm water and a washcloth. And they have something called flake-free tubing formula. And it is cool because when you take it off, they look like little tubes that come off your eyelashes. And it's perfect. And it doesn't irritate your eyes at all. You guys, I love it. And you know that Thrive gives back. They donate funds and products to help communities thrive. So discover your new trusty favorite thing from Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. And right now you can get exclusive 20% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/pink shade. That's thrivecosmetics.com/pink shade. I'm going to spell it for you. Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/pink shade. You get it? Because they give back. They give to the cause. Thrivecosmetics.com/pink shade for 20% off your first order. Go get that mascara, guys. You'll love it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pink Shade. It's Monday. It's Mugshot Monday. I'm here with Keisha. Keisha, I have returned trip 2 of 6.
I mean, you are just racking up those miles, girl.
Well, unfortunately, these miles were on the highway with 2 fully panicked dogs. So
they both were panicked?
Well, Violet was less panicked. It's the getting on and off the ferry that really is the problem. Now that we give them we give them trazodone in the car, so they slept. But it's it's kind of like a baby, you know, like the transition when you try to get a baby out of the car, and they wake up. You're like, damn it, or like if you're driving, your baby finally falls asleep, but then you come to a stop sign
and they wake
up. It's kind of like that with the dogs. They just we start to slow down to pull into a rest stop, and they start jumping all over the back seat and crisscrossing and wrapping themselves up in their seatbelts. And it's just like, oh my God.
That is, you will be so proud of me.
What?
I just ordered Saki a car seat.
Oh.
I never thought I would be one of those pet parents who would order a car seat, but he starts puppy classes, and I'm like, I got to transfer him to and from once a week. Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to get him a car seat.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
You just tack it onto their little collar or whatever. And
He starts needing trazodone and all that. I'm just say, fuck it, sit in my lap.
Well, if I'm just taking one of the dogs to the groomer, it is just one, or to the vet, it's just one. They sit in my lap. I mean, it's so dangerous.
I don't like it because to me, I don't feel like I'm in control.
It's dangerous for everybody.
Yeah, and Sushi used to do that. Like Sushi would do it to James, and James like, oh, it's perfectly fine. I don't want him in my lap while I'm trying to drive. I don't feel nothing's supposed to be in your goddamn lap when you're driving. You know
right.
I mean?
Especially not a living creature that's moving around. I know.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to. I'm like, let me just get him trained to a car seat, and I think he'll do fine in it. But now that I said that, I probably jinxed it, and he'll need trazodone by week 2.
Well, I put them in the back. For this trip to the beach, I have their actual like dog beds and put them in the back seat, and then they have the little seat belt. And so, but it's when they start to panic and they start to run around in the back seat that they tangle themselves up in the seatbelt like lunatics. But if we're just going somewhere, sometimes I'll put them in the passenger seat with their little seatbelt, and that'll be enough because they're close enough to me. But then sometimes they start trying to jump over the console, and I'm just like, oh my God, you guys.
It's just it's a lot.
It's when your dog is attached to you. It's a joy and a problem, you know.
And Sushi was a big problem. This puppy loves me a lot, but he is not like I need to be underneath your boob at all times. Like
Right.
Sushi was neurotic about me. Like he just was, where is she? I only love her. I can't breathe. She's not in her. Somebody come help me. He was like that. That puppy he loves me, but like I took him to the vet, his first vet appointment. He was in his crate.
Yeah.
We buckled it in at the seatbelt. He was fine. And he did so good at the vet. Like,
yeah, you took him in a crate to the vet. That's something.
He did. And he was calm, cool, and collected. Like, Sushi would have been rocking the whole fucking car. Like,
and Sushi was 6 pounds.
Yeah, help us. He would have been like putting up signs. Need help. Call 911. We trapped. Because she must be trapped too. And she has me in this contraption. We trapped. It would have been a whole big thing.
Dogs. It's so funny how dogs have such different personalities.
Oh, yeah. They're so different. Yeah.
They're so different. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that is trip 2 of 6 this coming weekend. I'll be going to Oxford, Mississippi to see my son for the fraternity parents weekend. And so that'll be trip 3, but I got a full 5 days at home before I go anywhere. So that's good.
So this weekend we will both be out of town.
The coming weekend.
This one coming up. That's why I said we got to talk about our schedules for this coming up weekend.
Okay. Where are you going to go?
We're going to Dripping Springs, which is right outside of Austin, and we're going to stay in a tree house.
Wow. Are you into that outdoor life?
No.
Okay.
So
me either. That's what I was wondering.
But I saw the pictures. It was really cute. I'm like, I'm going to try to be different.
Okay.
I'm going to be different. Mm-hmm. But I said, James, if I see one little something, or if the AC doesn't get right where I need to be, I will be at some luxury hotel like that. I just need you to know. He goes, oh, I already know. We're going to try it out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're going to try it out and see how it goes. It looks really cute.
Plumbing. It has a bathroom and an AC and all that.
Oh, yeah. All of that. Okay, all of that. It has all the accommodations.
Okay.
Yes.
Just making sure. Okay.
But Mary Payne, if I see just one wrong bug.
Yeah.
I'm
I hear you.
The whole trip up.
I hear you.
Just, James, you can stay if you want to, but I'm out.
Okay.
I got to go. So. But I'm going to give into something different. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I'm going to try this.
I like that. Trying new things. I like it.
Trying new things. Well, and I figured I could probably get some cute pictures out here by the creek.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So we'll see.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to hear about it after it's over.
The closer we get to the date, the more nervous I'm starting to get. I'm like, did I make the right decision?
Like the more I may be faking an illness.
Because if I need to, I will.
You can pull it out. You can pull out something.
Pull it out.
Well, let's get to talking about these inmates. We've got
pulling out. These are a lot of people who need to pull out.
That sure is. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is episode 3, and I did not write down the title. Now I had it, but then like I told you, I was syncing up my notes from one computer to the other, and I don't know what happened to it, but we're just happy that the notes are here because I thought they were lost. And then we were going to be just talking about a show in theory because we didn't have any notes.
And I'm sure we could have
made something up. We could have made something up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's start with our new people. So this is who we've been seeing. And just by the looks of Will and Courtney, we were like, this is going to be a Destiny and Sean situation. She's going to eat him alive. But she seems to be a 1-year first-time offender. So that's not quite as bad.
Yeah.
She's not such a hardened criminal.
No, she's not a career criminal at all. I mean, this could be her one and done.
It could be. That's what we hope. Mm-hmm. But Will is 33. He's an IT specialist, and Courtnee, N-E-E, because nobody can spell anything normal.
No.
Courtnee is 24. She is in prison for 1 year for stolen vehicles. Now, as vehicles, plural, reckless endangerment and identity theft. So I guess she stole a car, drove it crazy, and then stole somebody's ID at the same time. I don't know what she did.
Sounds right for this show.
Yeah, she lives in she's in prison in Oregon, and he is from Sacramento, California. Do you guys ever watch those makeup influencers and think, I wish I could do that? I'm always trying to do a perfect contour or a cat eye, but the truth of the matter is I just use my same old things that I love. And in this case, it is Thrive Cosmetics. And the 2 things I love the most are their liquid lash extensions mascara and the buildable blur concealer. You guys, these two things, I put them on every single day in addition to some eyeliner, and that's it. I call it a day. I'm not going to be able to be like a makeup influencer, but I can look good in the few items that I love. And you know that Thrive Cosmetics makes certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free products you can depend on for daily wear to show stopping self-expression, which sometimes you got to pile that mascara on a little thicker, you know. Let me tell you about the mascara. They have over 40,000 five-star reviews. It lasts all day. And to take it off, you just warm water and a washcloth. And they have something called flake-free tubing formula. And it is cool because when you take it off, they look like little tubes that come off your eyelashes. And it's perfect. And it doesn't irritate your eyes at all. You guys, I love it. And you know that Thrive gives back. They donate funds and products to help communities thrive. So discover your new trusty favorite thing from Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. And right now you can get exclusive 20% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/pinkshade. That's thrivecosmetics.com/pinkshade. I'm going to spell it for you. Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/pinkshade. You get it? Because they give back. They give to the cause. Thrivecosmetics.com/pinkshade for 20% off your first order. Go get that mascara, guys. You'll love it. So we see him and we see her mugshot. And it's like, Will, you might be in danger, but we don't know yet. But we see him, we start off with him in a store talking to a friend about furries, and he's creating a dating app called Furry Flirt as a side hustle to his working IT in a hospital. Keisha, you want to explain to the people about what a furry is?
So I first heard about furries from watching My Strange Addiction.
Me too.
Yes. So it is people who basically like to wear costumes. Sometimes it's just the head costume and like a tail. And they like to pretend that they are I don't even think they pretend to be full animals. It's almost like a human animal hybrid. To me. But some of them like to engage in sex in said costume. So it's a whole community. I don't get it. It looks itchy to me to have to wear like
and hot. Like you gotta have sex and you gotta make sure this thing doesn't like fall off your head.
Yeah, it seems very uncomfortable, but it's not a small community of people who do this. So
no, it's not. He's making a whole app. He said he saw a hole in the market, no pun intended. Yeah.
I think it's smart of him to do this.
I do too. He's not a furry. He's not into it at all, but he has no judgment on it. We see him meeting with some furry interested. Hold on. Are you still there?
Yep.
Okay. Anna's stupid AirPods connected again. So let me just. Boy. Oh boy is right. Okay. We're still good. We're still good. Okay. I know. Right when I saw it in the AirPods, I was like, oh shoot. Okay. Back to the furries. We see him interviewing some furries if anybody kind of wants to get an idea of it. So in the talking head, he says he met Courtney on Instagram. He saw page that had cute mug shots, and so he just thought, let's try it. Let's try to date an inmate.
We've never seen since I've been on Instagram. The only mug shots that I see are celebrities or like the pages that I follow that show these fools in their mug shots. That's it.
Still, and we still have been talking about these people for years, and Keisha and I are not in the algorithm. We've never seen it.
No, it just
unless somebody sends it to me sometimes, like they got it on TikTok and they send it. Yeah.
These people are lying. They are searching for these things and they just don't want to admit that they were searching for a prisoner.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah.
So he says, Courtney is so smart and so witty. And on one of our first video dates, I asked her to stand up because I could tell she wasn't wearing a bra. She's real sexy. See, I really kind of liked him until he said
I do. But he said that and I still liked him because she stood up and showed him. Yeah. So clearly she didn't care. But I feel bad that I like him as much as I do because this is not going to end well. Like he's a likable. Usually like when we see a guy, he looks all normal and shit. Yeah. He's super uber, super creepy, but he isn't so far. I mean, he just likes
so
titties.
So far.
Yeah.
So, And the talking head, she tells us, after high school, I got involved with the wrong crowd and I was naive and I didn't know. And that fast life just swallowed me up. And, yes, all different kinds of guys have reached out to me on the prison website, but Will stood out because he has a big heart and he's caring and he's really successful. And that's attractive to me. And he has all of his teeth.
Congratulations, Courtney. We applaud you. Good
Courtney,
girl.
That's right. Get your standards high, girl. We applaud you.
That's right. Yeah, you do not need to be dating some one-tooth wonder. Like, no. And he has a good job.
And and a career that he could keep in for the rest of his life. Yeah.
And we don't know of any crazy ex-wives. We haven't heard that he's got 13 kids. Like
nothing so far.
It reminds me of whenever Phaedra said, I asked for the Lord to send me somebody clean. This is what she prayed for. She's got someone who's clean. He doesn't have a whole bunch of crazy kids running around, not a crazy ex-stalker, girlfriend, or anything like that. But we're only on his first episode. So.
That's correct. So they have been dating for 6 months. So when he's with his friend, he's looking at like clothes and he goes, I've got clothes and like underwear and shoes and things like that. And so he says, what about that purse? He goes, I don't know what her style is at all, actually. So the friend looks at it and goes, this purse is $200. And he goes, that's fine. And he says, I've spent around $1,000 to $2,500. Well, that is a pretty big range.
Yeah.
One is double the other. You know what I mean?
Was he talking about since they've been talking or just in getting her ready to come home?
I don't know. But he goes around $1,000 to $2,500. I was like, well, that's a big difference. But he goes, it's fine. Why not? I mean, he's got the money.
As long as it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound like that would be a lot of money for him, like a strain. He's like a single guy that works in IT. He's probably makes good money.
Yes.
So in the talking head, this friend whose name I did not write down says, what was it?
Sela. It was
Sela.
C-E-L-A.
Sela. Okay. My mom has a friend named Sela. It's spelled just like that. She says she's known him for like 12 years. And she goes, I've seen him date people, but not for a long time. And I think he has on rose-colored glasses. Okay. Yeah. So Sela she's mildly worried. She's not like super worried. She's not super worried.
Because he doesn't seem like totally dumb.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we see them immediately know how fucking stupid they are. Like we haven't gotten that from him yet. But this is Lalu. He could have like, in his basement, like the walls are covered with dead cats. We just never know here.
That's a really good point.
It happens.
Yeah. Because sometimes we're like, oh, they seem so sweet. They're like, uh-oh. Yeah. So it's that way on 90 Day too. We're like, they seem so sweet. Oh no, they're a sex tourist. Okay.
Yep.
So he tells her, he goes, look, I was worried at first that like she was just scamming me, but now that I've gotten to know her, I know that's not true. Well, all right.
Hey.
And then in the talking head, he says he hasn't dated anyone in like 7 to 8 years. He works a lot and he helps his mother take care of his father who has dementia and cancer.
Oh man, that's
a mark in his column that he's a good guy, that he's taking care, helping take care.
Unless he's totally lying.
Right. And he says, I usually have terrible taste in women, but I think Courtney could be the exception.
But she's also in prison, so your picker is still kind of off.
You're looking in the wrong spot. Yeah.
Most definitely.
So we see him packing all sorts of new clothes. He's like, just picks up like a plastic package and goes, here's a new outfit, another plastic bag. I was like, unpack the clothes. You can keep the tags on because that's fun, but unpack them out of those plastic bags.
Well, if I'm a girl and I've spent any amount of time in prison, I want to open up something.
Oh, you do?
You know how when you feel when you open up something new?
Okay.
Like I would want that feeling. I think I would like for them to be
packaged. Okay. All right. Okay.
I think so.
But he has like the shoe box and everything.
Oh, I love a good shoe. Oh, yeah. I like that. I like his thinking.
So he's packing all the stuff and she calls him and was like, hey, I can't believe it. Count down to 4 days until I get out. Yeah. And then she goes, so what do you want to do first thing? And he goes, oh, room service and like wild monkey sex all over the hotel. And she goes, that sounds like a solid plan, but I do have some pretty bad news. And they denied the interstate compact. And he goes, why? And we know this from our years of covering this show. That means when you can move from one jurisdiction to the other, move to another state, interstate. And she goes, well, we're not married and we're not family. And he goes, well, okay, well, when I get there, could we just ask the parole officer, like, if we were married, could you come here? And she goes,
that's never a good idea.
And she goes, yeah, okay, we can ask. Yeah. And he goes, I mean, you want to get married? You want to do that? And she goes, yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever.
Because it's like marriage is no big deal.
It's just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
So the talking head, she goes, I mean, yeah, I have talked to Will about getting engaged and getting married. And I know I love him and all that, but I hope he can go at my pace, which means.
Well, he ain't going at your pace.
No hot monkey sex all over the hotel for you. She's not into that.
Oh, you don't think she's going to want to do it on the first day?
No. She says it. I hope he can go at my pace.
Well, I thought she was talking about the whole relationship / marriage thing, not the monkey sex. Maybe she just wants to have like horse sex, maybe a different animal sex. Maybe not a monkey. That may be too wild for her.
It might be like, I'd like to see your face and get to know you in person first.
I mean, that too. How about that? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So now he's in Portland and he's going to meet Courtney's mom. He's like, this is weird. Like, I'm going to meet her mom before I meet her. Now we found out he's never met her in person.
Yeah, there's been no visits to prison between the two of them. Well, it's only been 6 months. Like, is that even enough time to get someone approved to come do a...
Yeah, you do have to get on the list. Yeah. That takes time. You're right.
Yeah.
But tomorrow they're going to go together to pick her up. And so, when I talk to her mom, I'm going to go ahead and ask for the hand in marriage.
Oh, that's a lot.
Okay. But now he gets out of his car and he does have 2 bundles of really nice looking flowers.
He did. He did not just pick those up at HEB. He went to a flower shop.
They're not grocery store flowers.
No, they're not.
They were really pretty.
Yep.
So he brings one of the flowers to Susie, the mom. Now, as they're walking through, this is not a Holiday Inn Express. This is a nice hotel.
No, this is a nice hotel. Yeah.
Yeah. So they walk through this nice hotel. I noticed there was Christmas trees in the lobby. So it's
Christmas time. Okay.
December. Yeah. Or November 27th. And he sits with her and he goes, do you think it's weird that you're meeting me before I even meet Courtney? And she goes, yeah, I think it's weird. And then mom goes, so what do you like about Courtney? When the mother says that about you, it always makes you wonder, what kind of hell has Courtney put this mother through?
Yeah. And she's looking at this guy and she's like, this guy is clean cut. He has not a job, but a whole career. My daughter is going to set him on fire. Like she's going to fuck up his entire life. Like she's probably giving him like subliminal messages like run.
like
run
fast blinking
now. Yeah.
And he goes, oh, she's smart. She's witty. And I just adore the fuck out of her. Now he keeps cursing in front of this mom, which I'm like, mom may not like that,
Yeah. I think he's nervous cussing though.
Oh, yeah.
I think so. He seems nervous.
In the talking head, the producer asked mom, so is Will Courtney's usual type? And she goes, no, poor thing. She says, no, she really likes the bad boy type, like the type that don't treat their women right. That's the kind of guy she usually likes.
Isn't that always so weird when you hear someone say that I'm attracted to men who don't treat women correctly?
Because it's the savior. I can save them. I can fix them. They won't do that to me. I'll be different,
Yeah. That never works out that. Maybe every once in a blue moon it works out that way, but not very often.
Not very often. So Will tells us, he's telling her, sorry. He says he dropped out of high school. He says, I dropped out of high school pretty early, got his GED, and he goes, and then I just partied for 5 years. He says, raves. So now we know what kind of partier he was. He's got neon paint on his face. Yeah,
yep, absolutely.
Maybe wearing like a harness, whatever. He says, raves are just like an excuse to do drugs, and it's a good time in your 20s. And the drugs I was doing just wasn't worth it, and I lost a friend. And she says, oh, God. So in the talking head, he says, my drug of choice was Molly, obviously who's at raves, and benzos, Xanax to come down. Yeah. And he says, and then my best friend shot himself. And he was constantly urging me, saying, Will, you got to leave this life behind. You got to leave this life behind. So once that happened, I felt like I owed it to my friend that died to leave that life behind. And I did, and I don't miss it at all.
It almost sounds like his friend may have been into that lifestyle as well, but he saw like such the potential that Will had. And you're better than this. Like, you can do so much more with your life, because obviously his friend was, you know, suffering through something as well. Right. You know, he committed suicide. So yeah, you know, that's horrible.
Very. So he's been sober 8 or 9 years now. It's again like 1,000 to 2,500, 8 or 9 years. Like, it's, if you're sober, you know how many years, whatever.
It's like girl math.
Yeah. And I'm like, maybe because he does IT for a living, he's like, in my everyday life, I don't want to be exact. I want to just, I want to just free flow it. I don't want to have to be so exact.
Either that or he's lying.
Well, either that or he doesn't know the actual answer.
Right.
Do you guys ever watch those makeup influencers and think, I wish I could do that? I'm always trying to do a perfect contour or a cat eye, but the truth of the matter is I just use my same old things that I love. And in this case, it is Thrive Cosmetics. And the two things I love the most are their Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara and the Buildable Blur Concealer. You guys, these two things, I put them on every single day in addition to some eyeliner, and that's it. I call it a day. I'm not going to be able to be like a makeup influencer, but I can look good in the few items that I love. And you know that Thrive Cosmetics makes certified 100% vegan and cruelty-free products you can depend on for daily wear to show stopping self-expression, which sometimes you got to pile that mascara on a little thicker, you know? Let me tell you about the mascara. They have over 40,000 5-star reviews. It lasts all day. And to take it off, you just warm water and a washcloth. And they have something called flake-free tubing formula. And it is cool because when you take it off, they look like little tubes that come off your eyelashes. And it's perfect. And it doesn't irritate your eyes at all. You guys, I love it. And you know that Thrive gives back. They donate funds and products to help communities thrive. So discover your new trusty favorite thing from Thrive Cosmetics, luxury beauty that gives back. And right now you can get exclusive 20% off your first order at thrivecosmetics.com/pinkshade. That's thrivecosmetics.com/pinkshade. I'm going to spell it for you. Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/pinkshade. You get it? Because they give back. They give to the cause. Thrivecosmetics.com/pinkshade for 20% off your first order. Go get that mascara, guys. You'll love it.
Keenan and Lakin Give You Deja Vu is the podcast hosted by me, Stacey Keenan.
And me, Christine Lakin.
On Keenan and Lakin Give You Deja Vu, we recap the iconic 90s sitcom and TGIF mainstay step by step.
While I was a fan and watched every episode,
I am watching the show for the very first time.
We are lifelong friends and TV stepsisters.
So join us for a juicy peek behind the scenes as we explore what it was like to come of age in front of the cameras on a hit network TV show.
For sweet 90s nostalgia, breakdowns of classic 90s looks, and plenty of laughs. Let Keenan and Lakin give you deja vu.
On Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
He tells her he does IT in a hospital. And she goes, yeah, you know, I got to be honest. I've worried a little bit about Courtney moving to California to be with you because when she gets out, she's going to need a lot of support. Yeah. And he goes, I can understand why you would be worried, but, you know, we got to get that interstate compact figured out anyway. And, you know, a way to expedite it is, I could ask her to marry me. And Mom just looks at me and goes, I fucking love Courtney. I said, wow.
Okay.
Quit cursing at this lady. But he shows Mom the ring. And I wonder if Courtney, once she got to know him, found out about his bad boy past. And she's like, all right, he has it in him. So he's not he's not just milk and honey. Yeah.
Now I can do a reformed bad boy.
Yeah, I don't mind if somebody's got, I mean, I'm married to one, you know, you gotta.
I get it. Like I like some bad boy slight tendencies, and I like to hear about when you're a bad boy, but don't bring that shit over here in the relationship. Let's just reminisce about it, you know.
Yeah, let's just talk about the good old days.
Let's just talk about it, and I'll get all worked up, and you know, like I tamed that right there. But I think you're spot on. She says, "Hey, it is in him, but I don't have to deal with the bullshit too."
Yeah.
So yeah. Good point, Mary Payne.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let's move on to Brooklyn, the cheer and gymnastics coach, and Brian. Brooklyn and Brian.
Okay.
Reynoldsburg, Ohio. Okay, it's the morning of the release. So she's walking around a house, production's following her, and she's like, I can't find my keys. I can't. Now, her place is a wreck. Is she bringing this guy home with her? Or is he going home with his mom? Oh, he's going to the halfway house.
He's going to halfway house, but she's on the wrong show. She needs to be on beginner level hoarders. That was too much of a mess for someone who lives alone.
Yeah, to lose your keys, you live alone. Just put them in the same place when you walk in the door.
Put them in the same place. Like, what do you mean? You like her bedroom? That was the bedroom of a 60-year-old emo kid. Like,
yes,
horrible.
It was
trash everywhere. It was bad.
Okay, remember when we covered Love is Blind DC, and remember the guy that had the dog in him that barked all the time, and his girlfriend, and they went to her place, and it was full hoarders.
Yes, it was. But we gave her a little bit of credit because she was a content creator. So we're like, well, maybe she just opens the box and throws it here, opens it up. Either way, you knew a fucking camera crew was going to be at your house.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Totally. Or call your mom or your sister and be like, get over there. Throw everything in the closet. Now. I don't care.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, this was not a good look for her at all.
Mm-mm. So she can't find her keys to her house, but she has her car keys.
Why are they separated? Why? I'm thinking, she's running late because she cannot find her car keys.
Car keys. Me too.
Yeah. She's a little odd duck.
Yeah. So anyway, she's trying to get to the prison to find out if she can see him before he goes to the halfway house. And she doesn't know once he gets to the halfway house, they can't tell her anything. She says she called the prison and used different voices to try to find out how long he'd be in the house.
Look, I felt that in my heart and soul because that is totally some shit that I would do.
Me too. I was like, no, that's funny. I would do that.
That's funny. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she says, I got to figure out when he's going to get out, because I want to start a family sooner than later. Oh God. Why?
Here we go. And we hear a lot of this talk this season about starting a family immediately.
What are you doing?
It's scary.
So she has her car keys, but not her house keys, ? And she says, I'm just going to leave my back door unlocked and hope all my shit's here when I get home. So he calls, and he says, the process is starting, like people are starting to whatever. And he goes, I could be released now at any time. And then we hear her say that line that we've now heard a few times. If that bitch who comes to get you doesn't let me see you. And she's talking about the PO who's taking him to the halfway house. Yeah.
And we're all thinking, because I'm like, okay, you're going to his pickup and he has his other hoe picking him up.
Yeah.
Like, huh? But then it was explained to us. But that was just Matt Sharp trying to play us.
As he does.
As always. Does. Yeah.
So she drives up to the prison and is like, wow, baby, they had you in here the whole time. Wow, you just really, look at that barbed wire. It's just hitting me. I can't believe he was in there for 6 years and he had to spend every day, every Christmas, every birthday. Wow. And I'm like,
is this now hitting you?
You drove there very quickly.
Yeah.
So it was obviously close to your home.
Yeah.
And then she says, no, I never went to see him in prison because I didn't want to see him in that environment.
Which is so weird because this is the same girl that used to chase him from class to class to class, putting her purple lipstick on his face, like has stalked him for years, but she didn't want to see him because he was in prison, but you love him so much and you want to have his baby.
And he's clearly within a 20-minute driving distance of your house.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Very crazy. Yeah.
So, then we get a lot of, is that him? That's not him. Is that him? Mm-hmm. That's not him. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she goes, oh, that was him in that white minivan. Oh, damn it. I can't believe they didn't let me see him. So now he calls and she gets in the car.
Now, hold on, Mary Payne.
What? What happened? What'd I miss?
Mary Payne.
What? What did I miss?
You're going to be mad at me.
Okay.
But never in my life have I seen an outfit struggling for its life more than the outfit and the shoes that she had on.
Well, the shoes, I hate a backless shoe anyway. That's just my own thing. I hate a backless shoe, but that was a backless kitten heel mule, and the shoes were struggling. The dress I thought was just like a black dress.
Those heels were sweating.
They were concerned.
Look, all I'm saying is that we have shapewear for a reason. You know what I mean? I wear shapewear. I will throw it on. And I just feel like if I'm going to go see my man straight out of prison, I'm going to wear shapewear if I'm going to wear a tight fitting dress. But yeah, it was a whole struggle, the whole entire outfit. I'm like, okay, really?
I'm turning my Bluetooth off because Anna's AirPods connected again. As you were talking, I said I'm going to kill my daughter, but it's still recorded. Don't worry.
Okay.
We on the struggle bus. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that was Keisha's thoughts and prayers for.
Those are my thoughts.
Brooklyn's
I just
outfit.
feel like she could have done better. She just could. If you were already running late, go ahead and go put the shapewear on real quick. You already late.
Yeah.
Go get the iced coffee. You're already late. Like, you might as well. Like, come on.
So he calls and she goes, "Oh my gosh, are you already at the halfway house?" He says, "Yeah, I'm with my case manager." And she was like, "Did you see me? I was standing on the side of the road struggling." He goes, "I saw you. And she goes, "Okay, I've got all your stuff packed for you. Let me just bring it there." And she goes, "Now, when I come up, can you come out and see me?" He goes, No, I can't do that. No.
Mm-hmm.
So she drives up and she's talking to him. She goes, "There's people sitting here out front." And he goes, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "There's people sitting out front." And he goes, "You mean like in the yard?" And she goes, "No, out front." And he goes, "I can't come out there." So it must be
Like,
the kind of
these are
halfway house
probably-
you can't leave, I think. It seems
Well,
like.
and I'm thinking the people that are out front have been there and have like earned like, passes to be able to go. He just literally got in there. Like, the boy hasn't taken a shower. Chill out. You're
right. They've earned the passes to be able to go off property or whatever. So he's like, "I can't come out there." So she gets out, takes the bag in, comes back, and she gets back in the car. Now, it took me a second to figure out what she was doing because she had something that was bigger than this. It was kind of, but when she held it up like this, you could see the back of it. I'm holding up my phone to the camera. The back of it had a picture of like a girl.
Yes.
On the back of it. So I was like, oh, that's like a phone case. It's got like a girl in it. So first thing she does, she gets his prison tablet and then she just dismantles it with her hands immediately.
Yeah. We're still trying to figure out what the hell it was because it's bigger than a phone and smaller than an iPad.
Yeah.
We didn't know what it was. But she went straight into the full investigative mode. She
took that cover off of that thing so fast and slipped between it was that this picture of a girl, the big booty bitch that we had heard about earlier. So she finds this photo and she goes, so the producer's like, "Tell me what you're feeling." She goes, "I just need a minute. I'm gonna need a minute. I'm gonna need just a second." And the producer's like, "You got to actually narrate. Like, what are you doing?" And she goes, "He gave the prison permission to give me some of his paperwork to work on and his tablet from the prison." And so he calls and she's like, "You got some explaining to do." And he's like, "Huh?" And that's the end of it.
We don't know it. I thought it looked like something that he printed out from a printer. It
like
didn't
from a magazine or something.
Yeah, like it didn't look like a picture that someone had actually mailed to him.
Right. And because I think if they mail you those kind of pictures, they take them away.
Yeah. So it's kind of like.
So maybe somebody had a magazine or something.
Yeah. I mean, the boy got to have something to look at. I mean, he's been in there a long time.
Okay. We will move on to Brooke. Not to be confused with Brooklyn. This is Brooke and JK.
But equally as stupid.
Equally as dumb. I tell you what, I don't like this girl's personality.
No, I think she sucks, actually.
She very really mature. And I don't.
And she's a know-it-all.
And I don't like her lip piercing. And I don't like Bradley's face piercing. I've decided I don't like a dermal piercing. Okay.
Got it. I'm not going to get one. I thought we were going to get matching ones for our birthdays this year.
No.
Let me scratch that.
Scratch it.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Okay. All right. Got it.
So, so JK is coming out and he's like, "Hey, come on up. Y'all come on." And it was nice that Brooke was kind of trying to help Kathy get over there quicker. I mean, she could have just.
Because she needed the help.
She could have ditched Kathy, but she didn't.
Yeah. It would have been like the tortoise and the hare trying to cross that road.
She could have banged him before Kathy got over there, really.
That is true. Yes, she did, because Kathy was struggling.
So they get over there and she lets the mom, hug him first and everything. And they hug. And as the mom is hugging and he's kind of trying to reach over to Brooke, mom says, she ain't getting any yet. And then she goes, okay, she can have a turn. So she lets.
Well, I feel like he wanted to hug his mom first, though.
I do too.
I really do. Like, he loves, you could tell that's a mama's boy. I think he fully wanted to hug his mom first. And look how long he held. He was holding her just as long as she was holding on to him.
It was cute.
It was sweet.
It was cute.
Until we saw the shirt.
Then he hugs Brooke. And I said, and that was kind of cute until they started like blah, 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 blah. Like totally.
We never need that.
Why? And the mother is right there. It gets worse. But that's I just think that's why I don't like her Brooke's personality. I think she's disrespectful. Yeah.
And she's not smart.
Yeah.
It's just her personality is just, I have seen girls down here.
Too sarcastic, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, like I've seen girls like that around here. I don't know if that's that like small Texan kind of personality. I want to be a rodeo girl. I'm so country, but I'm a rebel kind of attitude. Okay. Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah, I agree. So he is wearing a shirt that says, now, did he come out in this shirt or did she put it on him?
He went into Kathy's arms so fast, I really couldn't tell.
I couldn't tell either, but the shirt says, husband, no.
No.
Daddy,
that's another no.
Protector.
No, he was protected in prison. No.
King.
No royalty.
No.
So actually that shirt should have had red lines through each one of the words. Yes. Because he's none of those things. Yes. I'm like, okay, this is awkward.
the shirt was like, okay.
Nothing was true.
Unless they had a producer like run over there and tell him to put that on real fast. I was like, he's not married. He's not a dad. He can't protect shit. He's been out of prison 2 minutes and he can't be the king of his house either because he's gonna, okay, whatever.
That boy can even protect his own teeth from tooth decay. So like what? Brooklyn bought him that shirt.
Oh, for sure. For
sure. Yeah.
So in the talking head, he says, my biggest fear is that right there, that building. My biggest fear is going back to prison. And he says, I'm beyond blessed to have this chance at life again. And I'm grateful. I was in there for 6.5 years. He tells us around age 12 or 13, he started falling off. Before that, he'd been, Sunday school, youth group, everything. But he started.
Oh my God, that picture of him with the baby little outfit on with the knee high. Ah, God.
Cute.
Oh, just wanted to grab him up. I'm like, oh, you're so cute. I love it when baby boys dress like that. I know people don't like doing that nowadays, but.
Oh, you know what? That's how we dress our children.
Yeah, don't let it be a little sailor suit or something.
It's got to be the knee socks and the little saddle Oxfords. Yes,
so cute.
So, at age 12 or 13, he started falling off. Going to church and stuff. And around age 17 is when he first went to prison. And he says, "I'm glad I went to prison. It changed me as a person. It made me value life, and it made me value the time I have left with the people I have left." And my goal right now is to find gainful employment. And I need to find a woman who'll support me in this journey and we could build a life and an empire.
I hate it when they say empire. I hate it when they say empire and generational wealth. I hate it.
What? King, if you're a king, you're not a king of an empire. That's an emperor. Okay. So you should have put daddy, protector, husband, emperor.
Right. He probably doesn't even know how to say that word, let alone spell it.
Bless him. So she's like, she makes him like back up so they can do a planned jump. So as she backs up and he's going, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready. And as she gets closer, he goes, I'm not ready.
Yeah. Like to me, I felt like he was trying to pump him. Like, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Oh shit. Here she comes. He wasn't ready,
but he did it. And then as she jumps down and he's like grabbing her butt and everything, she tells him in front of his mother, I'm going to break your back later. And mom just sits in the car like, ugh.
Like, girl, like that's really who you want as a daughter-in-law right there.
Exactly.
I mean, I wouldn't talk like that in front of my in-laws now. And I have broke their son's back before.
No, never.
They don't need to know that.
No.
Mm-mm.
So he says, y'all want to guess like what year until I'm, while I'm on parole? And they say, oh, whatever. But the year is 2036. So he's on parole for 11 years.
Yeah.
And they're like, he goes, we can stop for food and then we got to go right to the house. And they're like, are you sure?
Right.
And mom goes, are you sure you could stop for food? He goes, yeah, you can stop for food. But then you get home and call the parole officer. You got to call within, like what we said last time, like 12 hours.
Yeah.
And mom says, you better call right now to be sure, to make sure we don't mess this up.
I agree with her 100%. I would have told him to do the same thing.
I would have
Luckily,
like,
he listened.
If you don't know the answer, then we need to find out. So, so mom's like, how long is your time frame to get home? Like, what's the exact amount of minutes? He goes, it's fine. I can stop and get food. They said I could stop and get food. He calls and confirms.
Yeah, and Brooke just like trying to ride around looking for a place to fuck.
Yeah, she's like, what?
Looking, can we? What? When do we fuck? When do we?
Do they have a companion bathroom in that place?
Something
so,
like
he tells us he's going to be on house arrest on an ankle monitor. He has a curfew from 8 to 5. I assume this means he can only be gone from 8 to 5 to work.
Like working hours.
Yeah. And he's on house arrest on the weekends. So he can't leave the house on the weekends. And I don't know if that is for until 2036 or if he's good for a year and then they let him off of it. I don't know.
Oh, I doubt it's for the whole time.
That'd be a long time to be on an ankle monitor.
Yeah. I'd cut that shit off.
So he must be, he must be on the ankle monitor for a certain amount of time. And then after that, he'll just have to check in. And he says, one day I woke up and I just realized I am wasting my life away. I've never paid anything into Social Security. I can't think about retirement. And, one time I did get probation when I went to jail, but I got back in prison after 60 days. Like I was never able to sustain it. So I do like to hear this, that at least he's like considering
thinking that way. Yeah.
Yeah. So
because he's not talking about a rap career or anything like that. Like we hear that
or
a lot.
Like Joey and Michael's like, I'm just trying to figure out when I can get high in the next 30 minutes,
too. Yeah.
So they go to a barbecue place and he tells his mom, oh, Mom, I love you so much. And she says, well, I can't help but thinking like, I wish I could have done better. And somehow it's my fault, which of course any mom would think that way.
Of course. Yeah.
And he goes, Mom, I made my own wrong choices that led me down this path. And it has nothing to do with you. And later he says in the talking head, like, it breaks my heart that my mother would think she had anything to do with it. She was the most wonderful mother. And he says, I tell everybody, I'm a mama's boy. I love my mama,
It's clear that he is. Like he was even holding her hand. Like he really loves his mom. Like the affection that he's showing towards his mom, he ain't showing that much to Brooklyn or Brooke or Briarshire or whoever all these damn girl names. Brooke. He loves his mom, but too bad he's going to disappoint her again.
Do you think she looks at him and goes, if she could have just like not taken those tattoos up the neck, just not up the neck.
Yeah, because it's like, what kind of job is he going to get? Where do you work?
I don't know.
A tattoo parlor?
He knows for which he speaks. So Brooke comes back to the table and she goes, and so mom goes, all right, what's the plan? Or she says, what's the plan? And he goes, we got to head straight home, extracurricular activities. And mom's like, oh my God, quit. And Brooke goes, he means babies. And mom says,
why does it have to be about the babies? I don't get it. Like,
why are people so desperate to like have a baby when you've never even like lived? Just be like,
we're going person
for a year. We're going to do it for a year. Next year at this time, we can try.
Like this guy is like still quite unemployed over here. Yeah. And you're talking about having a baby.
Yeah.
No.
So, and so Brooke goes, he means babies. And mom goes, okay, JK, what is the one thing I taught you? And he goes, pull out. And the two of them laugh. I'm like, this is so inappropriate. Don't talk to your mother this way.
Yeah.
And then the two of them giggle and like, hoo, 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 hoo. And mom says, no glove, no love. And then Brooke's like, no glove, all love. And she's like, shut up. You're so disrespectful to his mother.
I hope he gets sick of that real quick.
I do too. And then And then mom goes, if I have to, I'll go over there and put it on it myself. And I was like, okay, mom, now you've taken it too far.
Now you've crossed a boundary. Like, what is going on? Like, everyone's too close sexually, and it's just becoming really weird.
It is. It's TMI amongst family members.
Yeah.
So mom says, I'm very, very serious. You don't need to have children right away. And that's when she's like, well, it'll take 9 months. And they're joking. And the talking head, Brooke says, no, I'm not on birth control. But we're not trying to get pregnant, but we're not trying. She goes, I'm already 31 with 2 kids, and I'm not trying to have no baby when I'm 40.
Okay, that's fine and dandy, but you have expressed to us that you are not able to really financially pay for the 2 that you got. Mm-hmm. Furthermore, we see you in your interview, and you've got one boob up here and the other one down here, and you need to think about other things, other than babies.
Shapewear.
A bra, fix your shirt. Like, there was just so many things going wrong right there while there's nothing more annoying than a person who's talking stupid and they look stupid at the same time. It's like, pick a struggle. If you're going to be stupid, be pretty, at least have your clothes fixed. Like, just, I don't know.
But also you're 31 and ain't trying to have no baby when I'm 40. Well, there's 9 years between now and then. You don't have to have another baby when you're 31. You can wait and say, let's give it a full year of this. And then let's try
a year. And they just can't do that.
Especially because you don't even know if he's going to be sneaking around to see this other girl. You don't know yet.
He's got a roster.
That's right.
Including the one that you're letting live with you. I think she may be I think she's on a standby roster, though. She hasn't made the team. Yeah, she's on standby. For sure.
And then mom says very smartly to JK, she goes, you need to prove yourself in this world before you bring children into your world.
Yes.
And then Brooke just, no breeding if you ain't leading. Okay. Shut up. Shut up. But mom completely ignores her and says,
yeah, mom is about to choke her. Like, she has to physically remove herself because this girl's about to make her fucking choke her.
She's like, I don't need another catchphrase. Okay. She ignores her and says, listen, there is no sense in thinking of a baby right away. And he goes, Mom, don't you think I've waited long enough? I'm 31. And she goes, yeah, if you hadn't been locked up for 15 years. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your age doesn't just because you're 31 doesn't mean, I have to have a child right now. You don't have a place to live. You don't have a job. You don't have a car. We don't even know if you're working as a driver. And you got a goddamn ankle monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the 2 of them just laugh about it. And then Kathy's upset. And so
she really is.
And she does call him James Keith at the table, solidifying.
And I think that's the name that you picked, right?
That James Keith is what I guessed. Yeah.
Yes, you did good. Look at you.
At the table, they are, mom gets upset, so she gets up and walks off. And they're plotting where they're going to get to have sex in his mom's house. She's like, you got a room there? And he goes, we could do it in my mama's bed.
Okay, so not only do you not have a place to live, the place where you are living, you don't even have your own bedroom.
Yeah, that's what I didn't understand.
And you want to have a kid.
Does mom have an apartment and he's on the couch?
Yeah, maybe she just has a 1 bedroom.
We'll find out. So the talking head mom says, it hurts my feelings. They're not taking me seriously. And even talking about this makes me uncomfortable. He needs to get his priorities straight, like getting a job, reporting for his parole. And I'm just protecting my son. And I say, poor Kathy. Come on.
At first when we met Kathy, I didn't think I was going to like Kathy.
Same.
But now I really like Kathy.
But now she's the correct person here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she returns to the table and says, listen, you need to get your priorities straight before you think about having children, like a job and all that. And they're both like, and he goes, Mom, come on, Mom. I'm just playing around. I just got out of prison. Can I just play around? And she goes, I understand that. And I would love to have a grandchild one day, but not right now. And he goes, all right, Mom, I'm sorry. Chill out a little bit. Chill out. Outside, the producer says, are you going to wear a condom? And he says, condoms, those are for prostitutes and sluts. I'm with my girl. So no, I went 31 years without having a child. So my pullout game is strong. You haven't been fucking for 31 years, sir.
You have not.
You've been in prison for 6.5. You're 31. You've been in prison since you're 23.
Mm-hmm.
Do the math, 24.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's been in prison so much that he hasn't even knocked anyone up yet.
Right. He hadn't had a chance. What are you trying to knock up a prison guard?
Yeah.
Also, do you remember on 90 Day Fiance when s6e3 and Kalani first got together? And he said condoms are for the slut people? Yeah, JK says condoms are for prostitutes and sluts. And then s6e3 told us condoms are for the slut people.
And didn't he knock up Kalani the first time?
Immediately. Yes, immediately. They had 2 kids like boom, boom. Yes.
Yeah. And here's the thing. A lot of people look at it that way.
What are you talking about?
It's supposed to prevent a lot of things, including pregnancy.
And diseases and all sorts of
diseases. It does all the magical, wonderful things that people like you need.
Anyway, I just thought I'd throw it back to s6e3. All righty, let's move on to Savannah and Bradly, no E.
Okay.
And, we saw that what we last saw, what he said about her and whatnot, and they didn't have sex that first night. And so we're still mad at you, Bradly. We haven't forgotten. And she says, she's like doing like a self-recording. And she goes, we had a lot of making up to do for last night. So we did it all this morning. And feeling great, feeling happy. And then she asked.
Ready to get fucked.
She was ready.
Reminding us. Yeah.
She says, how did my beep taste?
Why'd
you say that?
Why did that need to be on camera?
Anyway.
Why could you not have waited till the mic was not, you didn't have the mic pack. There was no producers there. There was no camera crew to ask those kind of questions.
Yeah. And then they talk about how, they had sex before. This is the first time they'd had sober sex. And the talking said, he says, well, for me, it's my first sex in 28 months. For me, it was a 10, but for her, it was probably like a 3. It lasted 30 seconds. Okay, well, at least she said that because we're not forgetting that you called her fat on the last episode.
I actually thought, I thought he was going to say, having fat sex was different. I mean,
having sex with 150 instead of 130 just hits different.
More cushion for the pushing. I kind of like it. Like, I was fully expecting for him to say something like that. Thank you, God, that he did not.
He didn't. He at least was self-deprecating.
Yeah.
So she says, God, it was so great last night that my mom came all the way over here just to like welcome you home. That was really nice. And that's crazy because she was talking so much shit on the phone last week, when we saw when she said last week, like, you guys need to go to therapy or whatever. And she goes, but at the end of the day, like we can't let family and stuff get in the way. And he goes, yeah, that's why you can't be messing with my sister. In the talking head, he says, me and my older sister, Alissa, have a rocky relationship. Now, this was interesting. He says, growing up, my parents split when I was about 5. And then my mom moved 3 hours away and my dad worked a lot. This is the same story of Garrett.
Yes, exactly.
When we did the crime story.
Yep.
And the kids were just left to fend for themselves.
Yep. Sad. And this is what happens.
There were 4 kids total in the pictures, 2 girls and 2 boys. And he says, so we were just wilding out doing hood rat shit because there's nobody there. And he goes, but Alissa, man, she's burned so many bridges and she got me into bar fights and physical altercations because when she feels threatened, she gets manic and she lashes out and sometimes has to involve me.
I hate people like that. I'm like, if you're going to do this shit, be able to take care of it. I do not need to intervene and drag you out. Like, no, I'm not about to break my fucking glasses in this bar because you can't get your shit straight.
Yes.
I hate people like that.
Totally. So Bradly and Savannah are talking on the bed and she's like, or he says, or she says, that Alissa just hurts people. She just hurts people, hurt people. And he goes, fuck people. She hurts me. And Savannah goes, all right, I don't have a problem with her like that. And he goes, well, she's got problems with you. And she goes, yeah. She goes, yeah, I know. And then we see the scene from the furniture store. My sister said you're not allowed in the house and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So she kind of starts to cry and he goes, hey, what's up? What happened? Why are you crying?
Right.
And she goes, the whole thing makes me really sad, not just with Alissa, but also her daughter.
Yeah.
So Alissa also has a daughter that she got really close to. Like she told us in her origin story last season that she got really close to this guy she was with for a long time. And then in the middle of the night, he took his daughter.
Yeah. So she really has a love for kids. It's clear.
Yes. And so she goes, and I really miss the little girl too.
Little girl. Mm-hmm.
In her talking head, she says, Alissa and I became best friends. No, he says, Alissa and Savannah became best friends when I was gone. And Savannah should have just done what I asked and distanced herself from Alissa. And I know Alissa wants to come to the homecoming party, but for that to happen, Savannah and Alissa have to get along. Otherwise, Alissa can't come.
I mean, this is smart on him. You know what I mean?
Normally, they'd be like, Savannah can't come. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, apart from him saying the whole weight thing, he says a lot of shit that makes a lot of sense when you think about it. He really does.
But also recall, he did tell us last season, I think it was, that if he had to run a couple of tons of tons of pot, he would. Just for a friend, he would, if he had to.
Well, here's the thing. He likes fast money and not fat sex. Like, that's just what he's all about.
Not
those
fat
are
sex.
his. And here's the thing. Now, I don't think this girl is fat in any realm at all.
No, of course not.
Just to get off what he said, because he considers 5'4", 150 pounds to be, morbidly obese.
He needs to take a look around.
Just because he's all fucking tall and lanky, and his sister, it looks like she's cracked out and a size -0. I mean, don't go putting that off on Savannah. I mean, she's good.
So he calls Alissa and goes, hey, how you doing? She's like, okay, you're free, motherfucker. I was like, okay. And he says, how do you feel about coming to meet me and Savannah to eat? So we can all get on the same page. And she goes, I mean, these are the words that she says and the words he says. She says, I'm down, but no ambush. And he goes, no ambush, word. Okay.
These are children who raise themselves.
Yeah.
This is how they communicate like that.
So he goes to get a haircut, and Savannah goes to find him an outfit. She goes, I'm going to go try to find you an outfit for the party. And the talking head, he goes, yeah, Alyssa's coming to meet us to eat. And she's a loose cannon. She could go north or south. We don't know what her mood's going to be, if she's going to be up or down.
That's scary.
So I don't know if she obviously has some sort of undiagnosed mental instability, or it is diagnosed and she just doesn't take her meds for it.
It sounds like she may not take her meds for it.
Yeah.
I'm just going by the scene at the furniture store.
Yeah. Right. So he's getting his haircut and stuff, and his buddy Mike comes to see him, and he's like, my buddy Mike is my number one friend. We never got in trouble together, nothing like that. He's my domesticated friend. He acts right.
He's the housewife of my friends.
Yes, that's right. He says, he tells Mike he's going to do roofing, and he's going to go for his CDL. And Mike's like, okay, good. And he tells Mike about Alissa, and Mike's like, what's going to happen there? He goes, I don't know. She's going to come to the party. I don't want her to create drama, so we're going to go and meet with her. Mike seems normal. So in the talking head, he says, look, Savannah is my number one player on my team, okay? And if Savannah and Alissa can't resolve it, I got an 86 Alissa, and then I don't have to worry about the drama. Problem solved. And, I do want to marry Savannah, but we got to be together a little longer to find out if we're compatible. Also, good plan.
I feel like he really does like her. I know some people in that one group that we're in, the one that we're always afraid to say anything because we don't want them, but they think that he doesn't like her. I feel like he does, but he's just not up here like how she is personality wise. I think he really likes the way that she is. I think he thinks she's funny. He likes her.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So he's telling Mike, Savannah, I mean, things are great, but she micromanages me. And then we see a clip of her earlier yelling about him because he's on his phone. She's like, get off your phone. It's like, wow.
Okay. Wow. Alrighty. I was trying to talk to my mom, but
all right, I guess I won't.
All right.
So the talking Eddie says, Alissa says all this terrible stuff to Savannah just to get her riled up, just to be mean. And that's the problem. The two of them fight every other month, and their fire and gasoline, it keeps blowing up. And now I remembered the title of the episode is Fire and Gasoline. Thank you.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you.
There we go.
So they go to this nice restaurant and to meet Alissa, and they're walking in and they're like, wow, this place is pretty nice. And they sit down, and these are more phrases that are coming from these people's mouth. Savannah says, "So bitch, why is you attacking me?" And Alissa says,
straight to the point.
Alissa says, facts.
Mm-hmm.
And Savannah says, listen, we can move forward and reestablish our relationship. And I'd like to work on that. And Bradly says, if y'all are fighting, it affects my life. And again, Alissa, facts.
Okay.
Alyssa's got a catchphrase.
She's way calm.
Mm-hmm.
She's calm.
And Savannah says, I want to be friends with Bradly. No. Savannah says to Alissa, I want to be friends. I want us to go back to being friends. And Bradly says, yeah, but if you guys are going to be friends, it needs to be a healthy friendship.
Right.
And Alissa goes, yeah, after our last conversation in the furniture store, I was glad for the space between us. Like, actually, it made a difference. And Savannah goes, what? And she goes, yeah, therapy has really helped me a lot. Like, my therapist was like, bitch, you be chasing everybody away, bitch. I was like, okay, I don't feel
like that's exactly how her therapist communicated that.
I agree.
But the message was received.
Yes.
Yeah, she got it.
She says, you be chasing everyone away. You're the common denominator. And I thought about it and I was like, I need to chill.
Okay. All right.
So Bradly goes, let me tell you this. I want you to know where I live. I rewound that and then put the closed captions on because I was like, I thought he was saying, I don't want you to know where I live, but he's saying, I want you to know where I live. And Savannah goes, this is huge because a month ago he was like, I don't want her to know where I live. I don't even want her to know what I look like.
Yeah.
And Alissa goes, I'm a different person from 3 years ago. And some of that shit I did was so cringy. God, remember I threw a brick through people's windshields of their cars in public.
It didn't matter if you did it in private. That shit is crazy.
And he's like, yeah. Everybody said you're crazy because you're crazy.
Yeah.
So in the talking head, Savannah goes, look, I just want to see Alissa be consistent and apology without change behavior is just manipulation.
Yeah.
Now that was
there's a lot of therapy talk going on here,
Apology without change behavior is just manipulation. And she says, and I've allowed Alissa to manipulate me long enough. Good, Savannah. Yeah.
Her and her forehead, skin, and eyebrows.
I think last time we saw her, she had Botox because this week she had a lot of forehead wrinkles. And last time she didn't have any. Is that what it is? I think it was just frozen with Botox. Like it wouldn't move at all. Like her eyebrows wouldn't even move.
Well, it was froze that it induced fear in me because I thought that shit was going to crack at any point. Like that, my anxiety was a little bit elevated. I'm like, I know. What are we about to see here? Because something's about to rip. What is it?
So Bradly says, okay, so why did you tell Savannah that our family doesn't want her around? Alissa goes, look, when I'm manic, and he goes, oh, you said manic, so you're self-aware. And she continues, when I'm manic, I know things that are going to hurt her feelings, and I know it's hitting below the belt. And he goes, okay, I just don't want anything else to happen.
Right.
So talking head,
and she's like kind of admitting that was a lie, what she said. The family didn't really, like, I thought the family really did say that.
Well, now we know a lot about her and we know that she lies just to get you.
Yeah.
Okay. So the talking head, she says, Savannah and I have a history of toxicity and just spiraling together. But I went to jail for a year. She went to rehab for a year. And seeing Bradly and Savannah, I can say as her friend, I can tell she's genuinely happy with him. And he's a grown-ass man now. And I just want us all to do better.
Okay, let's see how long this shit lasts.
Let's see how it lasts. Savannah tells Alissa, you're the closest thing I've ever had to a sister. And now maybe we'll be able to do more like family things together. And she goes, yeah. And she goes, but not tomorrow because we're not allowed to talk at the party. Alissa goes, no, we're not allowed to talk at the party.
God damn, they can't even talk at the party. Okay,
no, they can't
do
talk
what you gotta do. Yeah, do what you gotta do. Yeah, because she can pop off like that.
And the talking head, Alissa goes, tomorrow, anything can happen. A lot of people are going to be there that hadn't seen each other in a while, and any drama is possible.
Oh, there's going to be drama.
There's going to be drama.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Ashley and Julius and Alexis. And I'm ready for this throuple to be done. I'm not finding them entertaining. I'm finding them frustrating. And I'm upset that Julius is so good looking and has ruined himself with those face tattoos. Ruined.
Yeah, I'm wondering how long Ashley is going to actually be in the picture this season. I'm wondering, is it going to be like another episode and she's out, or is this going to be all of the episodes that we have left?
I feel like Alexis is going to figure it out before Ashley does.
But as we know, Alexis does know some of the things that are going on. I don't know if it's with Ashley or not, but with the other women that he was playing around with, because he's got a roster. Like he's started to admit it. Like, I've got other girls lined up.
Yeah.
Let me figure out which one is best.
Yeah.
We know Alexis is pregnant now. And now you've got Ashley quite upset with Julius because apparently he's going to say something about her weight.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so hold on. I think I took a screenshot.
I didn't know that, but I did also see this week, speaking of spoilers, that Brooke had a baby girl with JK.
So they had a fucking baby.
They had a baby. They did. But
But
Julia says something to Ashley about her weight. Is that next week?
I think he said it was on doing an interview with someone, and he mentioned the weight. I mean, we have all said like she totally catfished this guy.
Well, I've never seen somebody look so different in every single picture.
No, and like she is a lot smaller on the pictures that she has sent him than what we actually see. And I think he said something about that. So of course she was like, "Oh, well, you're gay." Because you know, a guy can never just not like you or not be attracted to you. He has to be gay as well, because that has to be the reason. She said, "Look, we video chatted 3 times, but I also gained 90 pounds in 9 months after that."
Why? What happened?
Not a pregnancy, because that's usually like, 90 pounds in 9 months. That's
a lot.
That's a lot.
And she was like depressed or something, I wonder?
She didn't say, but she was not okay with the fact that Julius said that she did look different. Bitch, you do look different.
Wow.
Yeah.
But she doesn't look like she doesn't look like a person that could lose 90 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
I said she gained 90 pounds.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but she doesn't look like she could lose 90 pounds. I mean, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. If you would have said like 30 pounds, I'd have been like, all right. 90 pounds, that's a whole person in some places.
Well, when you're stuck in a love bubble, everything tastes better, and
that's true.
Want more of it. I mean, it happens.
That's true.
It happens. So
when I first got
married, it usually doesn't happen when you're dating someone in prison, but whatever.
It's usually 2 people sitting down and eating a lot.
Yeah, because everything just tastes good. I want to eat with you. I want to eat with you. Let's eat this. Let's share that. It happens.
When I first got married, I gained 35 pounds. Like right away. It's just cheese and crackers and wine every night. Who cares? I got to go to work tomorrow. Woo!
You're just so happy and in love.
So happy and in love, and just so happy to be like domesticated. Okay. Well, I'm mad that he said that, and I don't need.
I'm mad at her too.
I don't need a reason to be mad at any of these people. So
we have enough.
So Julius is in the car with his 2 buddies, and I mean that one guy, I can't even get over his like pointy, scary teeth. I mean, the guy that was driving.
I told you he was a troll.
You did.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, Alexis, your girl, man, she's salty. He's like, she gonna be all right. She gonna be all right. I got to spend time with my guys. He takes a big swig of tequila. Now she's in her car. She's super annoyed driving. And she goes, listen, I understand it's only 9 minutes over to the place we're eating, but these guys never came to see him in prison. Like, where were they?
Well, he's not only has an open container. Okay. Now, mind you, the place where they're going is 9 minutes away. He's only 10 minutes out of prison. So what? 10 minutes out of prison so far.
Yeah.
He's drinking and they're passing a fucking blunt to one another.
Including the guy that's driving.
Yeah. Is he not going to get piss tested by his parole officer?
He hadn't thought about that. He has not thought about that. So, they're smoking pot. They're drinking tequila while driving. I was like, these are all a bunch of geniuses here.
Oh, yeah.
They get to the restaurant. And so he's looking at the phone and he goes, last iPhone I had was a 7, which I was like, I guess when he went in, they did have iPhones. He goes, this is a 14. So he keeps like, I'm trying to figure out how to get my apps on here. I got to get in touch with I got to get WhatsApp. So he needs WhatsApp so he can encrypt it so nobody can see what he's saying.
Wait till he learns about that.
He needs Tinder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs Pornhub. Is that an app? So he goes to the bathroom and calls Ashley on his new iPhone that Alexis bought him. And he goes, yeah, like, me and my mom, we're eating breakfast and, yeah, I'm going to come in and try to see you later. And she goes, okay, well, I'm so excited because I got a room at the hotel. You can come and see me. And he goes, yeah, okay, so I'm going to see you later. And she goes, okay, so I love you. And he goes, yeah, always bye. And,
always what?
Always.
I need to know what always is. Always you going to be late? Always you going to be with your mom? Like, what are you going to always do?
Always.
Lie.
And the talking head is her friends all go, what is with that? Always. What? She goes, I know. We used to say I love you. And they're all like, girl.
Her friends are like, why are you not clocking this shit? Like, why are you not clocking all the things he's doing?
They're telling her straight out.
Yeah. And she's not processing. No. Mm-mm.
So in the talking head, Ashley says, yeah, he told me he's going to put a baby in me right when he got home, but maybe he won't. And again, why? What's the hurry?
Why are these girls so addicted to prison dick? What is it? Clean it off. To me, it still smells like prison. Like,
also,
I don't
where
want
are
it
your
near
children?
my body.
Where are your children?
Go soak in a bathtub. Like, just
who's got control of those Asher babies?
All the A kids.
Where are they?
All of them.
So she says he told me he's going to put a baby in me right away, but now I'm worried that he's more into his freedom and seeing his friends.
Well, that's what he's supposed to be doing.
Exactly. So in the talking head, Julius is like, yeah, I got Alexis and Ashley and other people. And I'm keeping my options open, because I never met them. You never know what could happen. Alexis being a little clingy.
Well, okay. He technically is right.
Yeah, he could keep his options open, but you've told these women you're going to marry them.
People that you're doing that. Yeah, you're talking about marriage and putting babies in women. Like, let them know that you kind of. To me, he should date around.
Yeah,
you know my plan.
He's got to go
prison plan.
Got to go on the Keisha plan.
But you just don't promise the other women that you're going to do all of these things. That's where you go wrong at. Because you know why? They want a place to stay that's not at their mom's house.
That's right.
That's why they do these things.
So they have she eats with the friends, whatever. She's annoyed. So he gets in the car with her. And now we see Ashley arrive at the hotel with a bunch of balloons, and she's getting her room already. And then her friends arrive. What? So she shows them her extra sexy lingerie that she puts on for some reason with blue jean shorts. And she shows her, she has a lube. She's like, it's all things in one. It's like a flavoring. It's a lube. It's a this. I was like, it's a massage oil. I was like, okay.
Like, I needed to do one thing. I don't want something touching my lower region that can do 15 other things.
It's going to loosen up my shoulders, but also it's allowed to go inside. That sounds not safe.
I that sounds like an outside body thing. I need this to be like tested by a gynecologist. It's been approved by a gynecologist.
Yes.
That it doesn't need to rub my body. No, one thing, the bottle needs to be for one vaginal thing, not a perfume.
It also looked like it was spray. It also looked like it was a spray. And I was like, what are you going to spray that on? What's happening?
And she looks like she does that. She looks like she shampoos her hair with it. The one bottle is shampoo, conditioner, body wash, shaving cream, acne, works for acne. She looks like that kind of chick.
Oh my God. So she's showing it to her friends, and her friends are like, well, we hope he shows up, but we don't think he's going to.
No, he's not. She knows he's not.
She's like, he just got out. He should be blowing it up. He should be here. And she's like, I don't know. So then she comes out of the bathroom in her wig and she's showing it to them. And they're like, oh, she's cute. What's her name? She says her name is Shanae. Mm-hmm. Did you have comment about Shanae? Or Shanae was the one she's wearing in that talking head too, I think.
Mm-hmm. I was more just stuck on the eyebrows.
What do you mean?
What she trying to do to them. Like, why were they so thick? Why were they so dark? Mm-hmm. Everything about this girl is questionable. I keep telling you, she's a skin walker. Like, what is going on here? Like, are you cute? Are you not cute?
Right.
Like,
all right.
I don't get it. It is odd.
I agree. I agree completely. You can't tell if she's cute or not cute. I agree.
You can't. No.
So Alexis and Julius arrive at her place. He's like, okay, this is nice. And he's all like, I love you. This is great. It's all decorated. And he says, ain't nobody did that for me. And so
would they? Would they have done it?
Right. Ain't nobody did that for me. And so it do be making me feel guilty. And
I'm glad it do what it do, what it do.
It do be making me. And she shows him she shows him the apartment. She shows him she's cleared out a whole side of the closet for him.
I'm not clearing out anything for someone who just got out of prison.
What does he have?
What does he have?
Right.
No, your mom could do that for you. She can go clean up your old room, and you've got I just cannot believe what these women do for these men.
I can't either.
Aim higher. Like, do better.
Yes. Yeah. So he says, oh God, I'm so glad to be here with you, babe, because I want to go shower and stuff. And she goes, yeah, I'm going to get in with you.
No, he needs to go through a whole hazard thing. He needs to detox everything. He needs to bend over. He's got to he needs to actually take a bath with a little bit of bleach in it. Like, he needs get all the prison off of you. Like, I don't want to take a shower with someone who just got out of prison, Mary Payne. I don't either.
I want to take a shower with anybody, actually. And
thank you.
And the talking Eddie says, it's been 6 years since I do what I do. And I'm excited to be with Alexis, but I got to at least give Ashley a chance too.
Because she has so much personality.
So Alexis is running the shower, I guess.
What was she doing?
He steps out. I gotta make a call. You go ahead and get that shower warm.
Yeah.
I don't know if the production said we're going to talk to him outside, but instead he made this call.
They had to have said that. Otherwise, she needs to talk to maintenance if she's waiting for the water that long to get hot.
Yeah, that's right. So he calls Ashley and she's like, whoa! She jumps all around. It's like, my man is calling, my man. And when she was screaming, my man is calling, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that Eddie Murphy special that we had back in the day when he was like, the ice cream man is coming.
Yes. I got some ice cream. I got some ice cream.
And you don't get none. And you don't get
We just totally aged ourselves. Right
yes.
There.
But you guys, there's a very funny Eddie Murphy special when he's screaming about being on the street when he was little and the ice cream, that you'd lose your mind about the ice cream man. That's what it reminded me of. She's like, my name is God. It was
and
hilarious.
that mouth hole, that hole looks like it's getting bigger. Well, of course, because every time she changes faces, she gets different teeth. Because sometimes we don't see it, and other times it looks huge. We don't know who this girl is. We don't know.
So he's like, oh yeah, like I'm with my mom. And he is like Mumbles McGee. He's like, yes, I'm with my mom, and we're gonna go do some stuff, and it's gonna take a minute. And she goes, so you're not gonna see me tonight? And he goes, yeah. I'm not gonna make it tonight. And she's standing there with her friends in that lingerie, and they're all like with their mouth open licking. And he goes, well, I'm gonna hit you up tomorrow. And she goes, what time? And he goes, yeah, I don't know. And so she hangs up on him, and they're like, he's calling right back. So she picks it up.
Of course.
And he goes, I don't know what you're mad about, but tomorrow I got to meet up with my mom and my sister at the park or something in the afternoon. So I'll meet you in the afternoon. And she's like, what? Where are you staying tonight? And he goes,
right.
I don't know. My people's my mom. What you mean? And he says,
he's too high and drunk to even be able to get his story.
Yes, I think he's totally out of his mind. And he goes, I got to hang up. And she goes, so you're going to see me tomorrow? And he goes, uh-huh. And she goes, you're going to see me tomorrow? And he goes, uh-huh, bet. And then he hangs up on her. And her friends are go, he's playing. He's on some bullshit. Ashley, he's lying to you. And she cries. She goes, I knew he was going to ruin my birthday.
Well, you let him. You let him ruin your birthday.
Stupid. And they're like, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to stay here with you. We're all going to use the lube together. So, and the talking head.
The photo shoot too.
The photo shoot was
horrible.
So, in the talking head, she goes, I'm disappointed and let down and hurt. And no matter what he says, it's the opposite. It's like everything is a lie.
Because it is.
Because it is. And she goes, he doesn't seem very excited to see me. I wonder what the reason could be. And he also
don't know.
never let me visit in prison. Huh.
Are all these things just now starting to swirl around your brain? Is your wig too tight? What it mean to say? Is your wig squeezing your head too tight? Like, girl, like, it's so apparent.
She says, she's telling her friend, she goes, he said he's staying with his mama, but I bet he got another bitch. And the friends go, yeah. You know what you should do since you got your get up on, you got your Sinead wig on, go ahead and take some pictures to show him what he's missing. And then when it'll pop up on his phone, the other bitch, if he's with another bitch, will see the picture. And then the other bitch will see it. And I'm thinking, if you're taking these pictures to send to him in hopes that another bitch will see it, then you don't need to be messing with this man.
I mean, that makes sense to you and I.
Yeah. If you think another girl may see your nudie picture,
there shouldn't be another girl.
That's not your man. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, there should not be another girl to see the pictures. If you think there is another girl, you need to bounce. Like,
oh, I'm so mad at her.
This dude has already wasted one night. You've already paid for one night at the hotel. Right. Now you got to pay for another one because you know checkout is at noon, and he's not going to come before noon if he comes at all.
I think he goes to her room right after this.
I think he does.
I think he does. So Alexis and Julius are going to shower, and the talking head, she says, like, I've got insecurities about my body, you know, like most people. She goes, but he doesn't care or whatever. I hope he doesn't care. He better not be talking about you out there on the live or whatever.
No shit.
So then Ashley comes out in quite a get up to show her friends, and she crawls on the bed, and they're like, slay, bitch, go, bitch. And then we see that she sends these slay, bitch pictures to him, and they are cringe-tastic.
Like, I didn't understand the lingerie. Like, I'm not a lingerie person anyway. I think lingerie is stupid. It's just going to be on the floor. I didn't get you. In this episode, we saw a couple of women wear things that are not flattering to anyone, where you know you can buy things that are flattering to whatever size or shape that you are, and they chose not to on national television.
Yeah, I think that she had on like a onesie, like a teddy thing. And probably I have to imagine the production was like, you're going to have to put on some shorts because we can see your whole vag.
Okay, because to me, it would have made more sense not to have the shorts on.
The shorts
let it all hang out.
The shorts made no
sense.
That
just made it bad. Yeah, I was just like, why does she have the shorts on? Like, that made it worse.
Next week on, Will says, I might give Courtney this ring today. And then we see her come out of prison. Don't do it. Michael and Joey are in the car, and Michael tells Joey about the guy saying, oh, send me the dick pic so I know it's you.
That's pretty fucking funny.
And the producer asked Michael, do you have any friends you haven't had sex with? And he's like, can't think of any.
Because he's a hoe by nature.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
He's naughty by nature. And
yes.
Brooklyn of Brooklyn and Brian. Brooklyn is mad about the picture of the big booty bitch that she found on the tablet. And Demadrick, remember Demadrick, the cutie? Demadrick tells Kiana, nobody wants me like you want me. Okay? Like, nobody wants me like that. And she goes, that's a lie. Reminder, this guy is 30 and has 6 children.
A whole bunch of bitches wanted him.
A whole bunch of bitches wanted him because he is very cute.
He's very cute. But look, ain't nobody cute enough for me to be dating you and you got 6 children.
6 kids.
Can't do it. Can't do it. He looks at a bitch and she gets pregnant.
I mean, I think that's the case. Julius says to Alexis, he's standing up and he's walking out. He goes, you good? I'm going to be gone for about 30 minutes.
Where are you going?
She's mad, and she's on the couch. She's like, are you kidding me? He just got here. He's leaving. It seems like he goes to see Ashley because we do see somebody knock on the door. She's like, woo, and runs to the door. So I think it's him.
I think he's going to go see her because he has to meet her so he can weigh his options. He's got options. He said he has to give Ashley a chance.
And weigh his options.
Yeah.
Literally, because he gets to talk about her weight.
Yeah.
These men on these shows don't have any business talking about any women's looks or weight or whatnot. They have just come out of prison and they stink. And shut up. That makes me mad. I don't even love all these people. They can never say anything
to me. Yeah, like they can never say anything to me because every time they said something, I would have a piece of paper with their criminal record right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. You forgot it? I also have it on my phone.
Oh, right here. Yeah. Oh, okay. I can blow it up a little bit for you too. There you go.
I'm gonna get it tattooed wherever you have an empty spot. I'll tattoo it
That's
so you
right.
can see it.
Just as a reminder.
And then we see JK and Brooke fighting, and he gets out of the car and she goes, "Bye, Felicia." And he says, "Fuck you." So I don't know what happened, but I do know they currently have a baby. So
I hate to hear that. Like, a baby is a blessing.
yes.
But sometimes their parents are not. I'm so serious. Like, I feel bad for the baby. Unless they have grown up a lot.
Right. Right. Yeah. And maybe, sometimes that happens on this show and we are surprised. You just never
not
know
often.
Not often, but you never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
Oh, Keisha, that's our show. What's happening on your show, The Libra Lounge with Keisha? What's going on over there?
I don't know. Listen, look out for Tuesday when we drop a new episode.
On Tuesday, you'll hear something.
You'll hear something. It'll be funny and entertaining. There you go.
I did see a clip when I was watching one of our other programs. I did see a clip of the camel biting one of your 1,000-pound sisters. And I screamed.
If you only knew, I was ready to protest for that camel. I wanted that camel to be so fucking innocent, it hurt. When I saw that he really did bite, but I still feel like it's a situation like he didn't do it. I feel like he didn't do it.
Are you supposed to have your window rolled down all the way like that?
It's well, you know what? Sometimes they tell you only like
crack it
or something like that. I feel like that camel had never come across something like that before. And when I say that, I'm talking about Amy. He had to taste it. Is this real? Like, where did this come from? So
yeah. And when they got arrested, they had like meth in the car? Question mark?
It wasn't meth. It was weed and mushrooms. Shrooms.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what, Amy?
Not horrible, but
it's not great to have it in your car, but.
And you got your kids in the car.
Oh shit. Okay. No, that's bad. I'm sorry. I take back what I just said. That's bad.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Amy.
Justice for the camel. Oh, Amy.
Justice for the camel. Okay.
Justice for the camel.
It did bite.
He probably fucking needed a shot after biting her.
That's so bad.
You don't watch the show. If you watch the show, you know exactly why I said that.
Oh my God. Well, Keisha, thank you for being flexible and recording this episode late on Sunday night with me after I got home. And we will chat after this about our next thing. And that's it, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow with 90 Day with Kimberly. On Thursday, I have Molly McAleer on to chat Pop and Bravo. Of course, still covering 90 Day with Amy. And I also have an interview coming up this week with Stevie from 90 Day Fiancé. So that's exciting. Stevie, my Mississippi girl, that bonus episode will be out this week as well. Okay, that's it, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.